Good morning, Kathy. Good morning, Jeannie. Good morning, Dana. There's a couple of other people that are going to be joining us, so we're going to give them just a minute, and then we'll get started. Hope you guys are doing well. As always, your mics will be muted until class is over. So. All right, since it is 6:15, let's go ahead and get started, and I'll come over and get everybody else rolling as they check in. So let's go ahead and do like we always do and start seated. Since we've been doing this at home, I've had you guys start seated just to kind of tune in for a moment. So give me just a second. 1 minute, guys. All right, sorry about that. People having technical difficulties this morning. All right, so let's just take a moment and get really centered. Nice straight spine, shoulders relaxed. Take a moment with your eyes closed if you're comfortable with that.
And just kind of feel into your body. Notice what is tight this morning. Notice what is loose and open this morning. Just kind of get an overall picture of muscles and joints, physical body. And take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. And as that exhale ends, begin your deep, slow Ujjayi breathing. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose if you can. I realize allergies are kicking off again, but if you're able, nice, slow Ujjayi breaths in and out through the nose. And as you're breathing in and out through your nose, just start checking in with your mind. And then finally, check in with your heart, with your energy, and set your intention this morning. So bringing palms together in front of the heart. Just take a really deep breath in through the nose again as you get your intention set. Exhale through the mouth. And let's just go ahead and plant the hands and go straight into our first downward facing dog. So you're just gonna step your feet back, maybe pedal the feet a little bit. Just kind of see how your body's feeling this morning. And then let's slowly walk the feet forward to the front of the mat. Knees are bent, neck is relaxed. Drape your ragdoll. Keep that nice, deep, slow Ujjayi breath going if you can. Just let the spine lengthen. Take one more breath. And then on your next inhale, go ahead and reach the arms all the way up and overhead. Stretch. Exhale, palms together in front of the heart. Inhale, reach up. Stretch up, spread your fingers, stay here as you breathe out. Breathe in, lift the chest a little more. Exhale, maybe roll it back a little bit. One more inhale. And then exhale, fold all the way forward, fingertips to the mat. Look up halfway and lengthen. And then back down. We're gonna step back with the right foot. So we've got a left foot forward lunge this morning. Just allow your hips to sink for a moment. So today we're going to be opening up the front side of the body. So what I'd like you to do as you kind of settle into this lunge is think in terms of trying to straighten that right leg and kind of tuck the tailbone or tighten the muscles at the base of your right glute. And then drop your right knee down. Let's raise the arms up and overhead. Tilt the tailbone under or the pelvis back. Lift your chest up and then sink your hips forward. And let's just take a couple of breaths here. Bring your hands down on either side of that left foot. Gaze forward for a flat back and extend that left leg if you can. Flex the ankle and toes, of course. We're just saying good morning to that left hamstring. You're gonna come back up with left knee bent. I'd like you to scoot your left foot forward a couple of scooches, and let's go ahead and sink the hips again. We're working a little deeper. Obviously, pay attention to your knees, but if you can, right hand's gonna come down to the mat, left hand will reach back for the right foot or ankle, and you're gonna keep sinking your hips forward and look over your left shoulder. Release that right foot down. See if you can come onto your right forearm, maybe the left. We'll keep the right knee down this morning. Just take a couple breaths. And then come up onto the hands. Step back to plank. So just taking a moment to let the core wake up, and we'll modify this first vinyasa. So just take a moment, feel your core engaged, body in a nice straight line. And drop down to the knees, pull the shoulders down the back, chest and chin come to the floor. Untuck the toes, slide your forearms forward, and let's come into a Sphinx to lengthen the spine. So we're going to be doing a lot of extension, so we want to lengthen and traction the low back this morning. And as you're here in Sphinx, obviously glutes are disengaged, but you might play with kind of pushing your pubic bone into the floor and pulling with those arms to get a little extra length. And then hands come back, downward facing dog. Take a big step forward with your right foot. Just like we did on the first side, sink the hips here and kind of play with trying to get that left leg really straight and maybe even tightening muscles at the base of the left glute, beginning to open up front of the hips on the left side. And we drop the left knee down, raise the arms up and overhead, sink your hips forward, tilt the pelvis, lift the rib cage. Bring your hands down on either side of your right foot, rock back, extend your right leg. Flex the ankle and toes. Lengthen your spine if you can. Bend your right knee again and come back up and scoot your right foot forward a little bit if you can. Sink the hips again. So remember, if you need to, you can stay right here. Otherwise, left hand comes to the ground. See if you can reach back with your right hand. Find that left foot or ankle and sink the hips forward, looking over right shoulder. Release your left foot down. Right hand comes to the inside of the right foot. See if you can come onto your left forearm, maybe both. Hands on either side of that right foot. Step forward to your standing forward bend. Just pause for a moment. Really imagine tailbone poking up towards the ceiling. And then inhale and reach the arms all the way up, stretch. Exhale, palms together in front of the heart. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, back down. This time stepping back with left foot. Sink your hips a little bit. And then if it feels okay in your body, we're gonna hold the lunge, left knee off the ground if you can. Raise your arms up and overhead and sink your hips. Really try and tighten muscles at the base of your left buttock. Go ahead and bring the hands down either side of your right foot. Drop your left knee down. Keep your left toes turned under. I want you to come up. Raise the arms overhead. Sink your hips forward. Now see if you can reach back with your left hand for your left Achilles tendon or heel. Right arm stays in the air. Sink your hips forward and reach back with that right hand. Come back up, only if it feels okay in your body. This time we're gonna reach back with the left hand to the left foot. Right arm stays in the air, and you sink your hips forward. Good, hands on either side of that right foot. Step back to plank. Take the vinyasa of your choice. As you get into this down dog, start really lengthening your spine. So tailbone really reaches up and back. Big step forward with your left foot. Sink the hips. And then again, if you can, we're gonna hold the lunge. Bring the arms up and overhead. Hands come down, drop your right knee down, but keep those right toes turned under. Arms up and overhead, sink your hips, and then see if you can reach back with your right hand for that right heel or Achilles tendon. Sink the hips forward, left arm reaches back. Come back up. If you can, right hand reaches back for that right foot, left arm is in the air, sink the hips forward. Good, release the hands down. Step forward to your standing forward bend. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, back down. You can either walk or jump back to plank. Flow through a vinyasa. Lengthen in your down dog. Then we're gonna step our right foot forward, left foot flat. Adjust your feet if you need to. We're coming up in a warrior one. So I want you to just find where your best warrior one is this morning. Remember, try and square the hips off. And if you can, really push through the back of your left heel. Tuck the tailbone under, lift your rib cage. See if you can feel into the front of your left hip. Good, now from here we're going to transition straight into dancer. So the idea here is right arm stays up. Shift your weight to your right foot, reach back with your left hand for your left foot, preferably big toe side. That leg presses behind you. And you just find your best dancer this morning. And then we come on out of that. Feet together, palms together. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Look up halfway and lengthen. And then back down. You can either walk or jump back to plank. Take that vinyasa. Lengthen, lengthen in your down dog. Step your left foot forward, right foot flat. Come up into your warrior one. Remember, adjust your feet if you need to. And then really press through the back of the right heel. Tuck that tailbone under, sink your hips. See if you can find an opening. And then we're gonna go straight into dancer, Natarajasana. So if you can, shift your weight to your left foot. Reach back, grab that right foot, maybe from the big toe side. Find your dancer on this side. Right foot comes down beside left foot, palms together. Inhale, reach up, stretch. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, back down. Either walk or jump back to plank. Take your vinyasa. From here, you're going to drop down to your knees. What I'd like you to do is kick just the right foot out to the right. So your knee is going to stay in place. Just your right foot kicks to the right. You're going to open yourself up. Left hand towards the ceiling, left leg in the air, parallel to the ground. And then if it feels okay, reach back. Grab the big toe side of your left foot. Open out. Beautiful. Bring it all back down. And we do the other side. Left foot kicks out. Open up. Right hand towards the ceiling. Right leg parallel to the ground. Reach back. See if you can grab big toe side of your right foot. Roll open. Excellent. Right hand and right knee come back down to the ground. Step back to plank. Take your vinyasa. And drop down to your knees again. So we're going to come into half camel. If you have an extra bendy back, toes are untucked, and you can even take a hand to the floor. For those of us that are a little bit tighter, toes are tucked. So you choose what's best for you. We're going to be reaching back to the right heel or ground first, but I want you to tilt your pelvis back, push it forward. Take the right hand to the right heel. Left arm reaches up and back. Keep pushing your hips forward. Good. Come back up. Same thing on the other side. Left hand reaches back for left heel or Achilles tendon, or the floor if you're extremely flexible. Push your hips forward before you reach the right arm back. Excellent. Come up from that. You're going to bring your hands back down to the mat. Go straight into down dog for me and lengthen your spine. And then from this down dog, shift into plank. Take your vinyasa. So you can either walk or jump your feet forward. And then take a big inhale, arms come up. Exhale, palms together. So we're going to be doing another dancer pose, but this time I'm going to ask you to play with the idea, once you find it, of taking the hand all the way to the ground and rolling open, like kind of like a half moon, just like we did on the ground, except you won't be on your hand and knee, you'll be on your hand and foot. So we're going to stand on the right foot first, reach back and grab your left foot with your left hand. Right arm reaches up. Find your dancer. And then see if you can just keep going. And take your right hand to the ground and roll open. Or not. At least I don't have to feel bad about making you guys wobble this morning, right? Good. Left hand, left foot, come back down. Come on up to standing. And then we'll do the other side. So you're gonna stand on your left foot. Reach back, grab your right foot with your right hand, left arm extends. Take your time. So you're coming into dancer, but letting that left hand come all the way down like you would for half moon, and then rolling the body open. And then take the right hand, right foot back down, come all the way back up. Feet together, hands together. Take a big inhale, reach up, reach back, exhale, fold forward. Look up halfway and lengthen. And then back down. Walk or jump back to plank. Take your vinyasa. Tailbone up and back, stretch it out. And then we're going to shift forward into plank again and lower all the way down. So just taking a moment to come into half bow, Ardha Dhanurasana. You're going to take left arm out in front of you, left palm is flat on the ground, left foot will stay on the ground. Your right hand is going to reach back for your right foot or ankle, and the idea is we're just pulling just the right leg up. Bring that back down, extend your right arm and your right leg. Reach back with your left hand for your left foot, and take it straight up. Release that down. Take a breath. And then if you feel like you can, we'll do full Dhanurasana this morning. So bend your knees, maybe reach back, grab the feet, press your legs back to lift your heart. And lower back down. From here, press onto your hands and knees. Wag your tail for a moment, loosen up. Good. And then we're moving into heart opening pose. So you're going to keep your thighs completely vertical. Don't let the tailbone go back or forward. Just begin to extend your arms, letting either your forehead or your chest hit the floor. Come back up from that, arching around a couple of times. And then step into plank and take a vinyasa. Good. From here, step your right foot forward, left foot flat. Come up into warrior two. Straighten the right leg. Shift your rib cage to the right. Find your triangle pose this morning. Come back up, keeping your right leg straight. Rotate the right foot in so both sets of toes are pointing directly forward or even slightly internally rotated. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, fold down the middle. Reach those arms up and overhead. Come back up from that. Arms back out to the side. Right foot rotates out. Bend your right knee, warrior two. Hands to the mat, vinyasa. Step your left foot forward, right foot flat, warrior two. And then straighten the left leg. Lengthen your rib cage to the left. Find your triangle on this side. Come back up, keeping left leg straight. Rotate your left foot in. Interlace the fingers behind the back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, fold forward. Relax your neck, reach the arms up and overhead. Come back up. Release the arms out, rotate the left foot out, bend your left knee, warrior two. Hands to the mat, take a vinyasa. So from this downward facing dog, we're gonna shift forward into plank and lower all the way down. So what we're gonna do next kind of looks like dancer pose, but you get to do it lying down on your side, which is a little nicer for finding that stretch. What I'd like you to do is roll onto your left side. You can prop your head in your hand, or you can let it rest on the upper arm. It's up to you. Your left leg, your bottom leg needs to be bent because that'll keep you from rolling over. Your right hand is gonna reach back to that right foot. When you get it, don't let the knee pop up. You wanna bring that right leg back down so your thighs are parallel. Tilt your pelvis back, so push your pubic bone forward, pull that right leg back until you feel a stretch on the front of your right hip, right thigh. Good, release that. We're gonna roll over onto the right side. I want you to do the same thing here. Bend your right knee. Reach back with that left hand for that left foot. Don't let the left knee stick up. Bring the thighs back down, parallel to the ground. Pull that left leg back. Tuck your tailbone under. Release out. Come back onto your stomach. Forearms underneath. Give yourself another spine lengthening sphinx. Big toes touch, heels drop open, shoulders down the back. Pull your chest forward. And then press yourself up and back into your last downward facing dog. From here, you can either walk or jump forward. Have a seat with your legs extended in front of you. And we'll take a moment and just kind of check in like we always do, at midpoint check-in. Find your sit bones. Hands can be right behind you, or if you're comfortable with a straight spine, you can have your hands on your thighs. But lift your chest, draw your head back, activate your legs for Dandasana, staff pose. And just check in. Muscles, joints, physical body. Check in with your breath, make sure it's still even and fluid. Check in with your thoughts, your emotions, your energy, and even check in with that intention that you said at the beginning of class. Good. All we're going to do from here is keep the legs straight. Walk your hands back a little bit more, and if you need to rotate the wrists out, that's fine. All I want you to do is lift your sternum up. Center of the chest lifts up and pushes forward, and the head drops back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Keep lifting the chest, pushing it forward. And then come up from that. Lift your spine again. Bring your chin slightly forward and then tuck it in. Tucking your chin into that little notch in your collarbone. This is Jalandhara Bandha, or chin lock. And I want you to move slowly and mindfully, particularly if you have neck issues. But you're going to just gently, gently start to curl down as though you're going to put the top of your head on your knees. Come on up from that. Leave your right leg extended. Bring your left foot to the inside of the right thigh. And I want you to just lean out over your right leg now. So we're starting to counteract all of that back bending that we did. So be mindful and gentle as you come into your forward bends. Come up from that. Hands right behind your backside. Bring your right foot up to meet your left foot. Lift your chest. Press the knees out to the side and down, down, down towards the ground. And then extend your left leg out. Keep that right knee bent and lean out over your left leg. Good. Come up from that. Bend your left knee, let the soles of the feet come together, but move them out in front of you a little bit. Clasp your ankles, and if it feels okay for you to round your back, I'd like you to do the rounded back variation today. You want to pretend, or maybe in real life, bring your forehead to the arches of the feet. Slowly release out of that. Extend your legs, give them a good wiggle. And then we're gonna roll onto our backs, hugging the knees in, giving a nice little side to side rock. And so of course we're gonna do some abs because that helps unwind the low back.
So I want you to stick your legs straight up in the air, flex your feet, and then drop the legs into a nice wide V, keeping feet active like you're trying to push your legs towards the sides. And then interlace your fingers behind your neck and point your elbows at the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. Hold the breath, flatten the back. Exhale, crunch, taking elbows between inner thighs. Feet strongly reaching out to the sides, navel pressing down, lungs emptying. Inhale down. Hold the breath, flatten the back. Exhale, reach. Elbows between the thighs, legs stay active. Press your back flat. Inhale down. Hold the breath, flatten the back. Exhale, lift the torso up. Empty your lungs completely. Inhale down. Hold the breath, flatten the back, crunch up. Just one more. Inhale down. Hold the breath, flatten the back, crunch. Hug your knees in and side to side rock. So for our inversion, if you're able, I would love for you to do plow this morning with the legs up and overhead. If that's not accessible to you, rather than doing bridge, you might consider just kind of trying to pull your legs towards you and let your tailbone pop up. Otherwise, let's go ahead and hike the hips up and overhead. If your toes touch the floor, you can interlace your fingers and flatten the forearms out onto your mat. If your toes don't touch the floor, then you should keep your hands on your low back. Slowly come on out of that. Hug your knees in, side to side rock. And then keep your right knee hugged in and extend your left leg all the way out onto the ground. So we're going to come into a twist here, and for those of you that want to, you can turn it into one more nice, yummy, gentle back bend. So if you want to go that route, you'll have to hook the toes of the right foot inside or behind left knee or thigh. And if you don't want to do this, you certainly don't have to. We're going to go ahead and twist to the left, right arm opening out. Keep those right toes hooked. If you want to do this variation, bend your left knee, your right hand reaches down to grab left foot. You keep twisting, and you can bring your left arm overhead if you like. So you're kind of in a twisted bow. Two more breaths here. Unwind all of that. Roll onto your back. Hug your knees in, side to side rock. And then keep your left knee hugged in, extend your right leg out. So same thing here, you're welcome to just go into a plain old twist if you want, but if you want to do that sort of back bendy version, left toes hook inside or behind, right knee or thigh. You twist over to the right, let your left arm open out. And then if you want to, your right knee bends, so it's kind of trapping those left toes behind the knee. You reach down with your left hand for your right foot. You let the right arm come overhead and you twist. 2 more breaths on this side. Unwind yourself, come on to your back, hug your knees in, give yourself a good side to side rock. And then let's go ahead and place feet on the ground, ankles and knees together. And we're gonna do that little move that's breath-centered, that's like butterfly wings. And so as you exhale, the knees drop open. And as you inhale, they come back up together. Just go with your own breath rate. Do that a couple more times. And then the next time that your knees drop open, just let them stay there. Just take a moment here, feeling how your body feels. And then on your next inhale, I want you to flatten the low back. So you're taking the curve out of the spine by tilting the pelvis. You're holding that while you continue to breathe normally. And on your next exhale, release. Let the curve come back into the spine. Begin to extend your legs, separating the feet, letting the arms come down below the height of the shoulders, palms facing up. Neck lengthens, eyes close, everything softens. Then I want you to just really make sure that every part of you is completely relaxed. So feeling into your body to make sure that there's not anywhere that you're still holding tension. If you do find somewhere that's holding tension, let it go. Just breathe it out. And then focus on letting your breath go as well. So the breath will just kind of find the right speed and depth. Your body has immense wisdom when it comes to the breath. It does exactly what it needs. And then let your thoughts go. In other words, when they come, and they will come, just let them go. And that's what I'd like you to watch for today in your Shavasana. I want you to watch your thoughts as though you're watching clouds in the sky. So when a thought drifts into your mind, I want you to see it, recognize it, and actually watch it drift back out, just like a cloud. Catch yourself getting caught up in thoughts. If you find that happening, and it will, just draw your attention back so that you can see the whole thought and let it go. Again, just imagining that each thought is like a cloud, and you can just watch it dissolve or float right back out.
As you get used to noticing your thoughts floating in and floating out, I want you to begin noticing the space between the thoughts, or if we stick with that image of the thoughts being like clouds in the sky, rather than looking at the clouds now, look at the sky. So it's the background of your thoughts, or the medium in which your thoughts are occurring, or the space between your thoughts, or the sky behind the clouds. That's what I want you to start focusing on. Notice if your mind wanders, bring it back. So for just a few more breaths, trying to stay in the sky rather than the clouds, staying in the field of consciousness rather than the thoughts that occur in that field. Slowly begin to feel back into your body. So just noticing muscles, joints, organs. Feel your skin. Notice your breath. Just become aware of yourself on your mat again. And start to move the fingers and toes a little bit. Start to deepen your breath. As you're ready, take that deeper inhale, spread your fingers and toes. Exhale through your mouth as you relax them. And then take an even deeper breath in and just stretch. And when you're ready to relax, exhale with a big sigh. Bend your knees one at a time. Slowly roll to your right side. And then use your left hand in front of your chest and press up to sitting. And taking a moment to find that straight, tall, aligned spine. Letting the shoulders relax, making sure your head is balanced on top of your spine. So this morning we're going to work with all 4 parts of the breath, if you're comfortable with that. So in yoga, there's 4 parts of the breath. The inhale, holding your breath in your lungs. The exhale, and holding the breath out of the lungs. You can also just think of that as a long pause before your next inhale. So you get to choose how long your breath is, but I'm going to give you a particular ratio to work with. And we'll keep it fairly simple. Your inhale and your exhale will be equal. The 2 holds will also be equal, but they'll be half of your inhale and exhale. So technically it's a 2-1-2-1 ratio breath, which means if I inhale for 4, I hold my breath for 2, I exhale for 4, I hold my breath out for 2. Or you can inhale for 10, hold for 5, exhale 10, hold for 5, whatever works for you. But if you can, stick with that ratio. So what that means is I'm used to giving you the instruction to really prolong your exhale. Well, now in this breath, your exhale is the same length as your inhale, so you're going to have to exhale fairly quickly because you want your lungs empty and you hold the breath out. So experiment with this a little bit. You can change the length of your breath with each breath, but stick with the ratio initially of each breath. So 2-1-2-1 ratio breathing through the nose. And remember, if holding your breath causes anxiety, skip that part. So let's all start with a deep breath in through the nose and a big exhale through the nose. And then off you go, breathing at your own rate. And so just finishing out the breath that you're on. As you do finish that breath, just let your breathing be normal and take one last opportunity during your practice this morning to check in. How's your body feeling? How's your breath now that you're done with that pranayama breathwork practice? How are your thoughts? How are your emotions? How's your energy? How did you do with the intention that you set at the beginning of class? And then let's bring palms together in front of the heart. Take a moment, congratulate yourself for stepping onto your mat this morning. Every time that we do the practice, we're creating cumulative change. And it's not just physical, it's also mental, emotional, energetic, and spiritual. So congratulate yourself for doing the work, the tapas, the discipline. And then take a moment in gratitude. Gratitude that you have your health, that you have the opportunity to practice. Gratitude that you are alive right now on this day, at this moment. in this perfect moment. Take one more really deep breath in through the nose. Exhale with a big sigh. We bring our palms to our foreheads to remind us to be present. We bring our palms to our lips to remind us to speak our truth. We bring our palms to our hearts to remind us to keep our hearts open, to practice compassion and kindness, and to include ourselves in that. As always, I'm grateful for you guys joining me, even if it's online. Namaste.
So I will unmute you like I always do. All right, everybody's unmuted. So it's good to see you all. Melinda, I'm glad you made it into the room. Dana, good to see you this morning. Kathy, Jeannie, thanks for joining.
Thank you.
Morning.
Thank you. All right, well, you guys have a really great day, and hopefully I will see you on Wednesday morning. Enjoy the sunshine. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.